So aside from those mini lessons and modeling good reading, how else do teachers facilitate students to become fluent? And to do this, we have to get them practicing. Practice makes perfect, or close to perfect. Practice makes better, I'll say that. So teachers must guide students in becoming fluent readers by practice. The first thing we want to do is give them the right book. And we talked about the reading level, that independent or instructional reading level where they're basically above 90% accuracy. But we also want to use predictable texts. And the next slide shows you the importance of a predictable text. Also, we want to have those mini lessons in place that are at an appropriate time. You want to gauge what skill your student needs next to become a fluent reader and do that mini lesson then. If you do the mini lessons all up front, they might not understand what you're asking them to do. We also want to give them lots of time to practice. And some really great times for practice are in learning centers. So when you have your center time each day, you can have a listening center, you can have a reading center, and also giving them time to work with partners. I know in my classroom I had reading workshop time, and this was where we just read books. Some classrooms call it cafe now, or the daily 5, if you hear those terms. It's basically a time that's devoted to practicing reading in small groups with partners or independently. And this practice time gives them the chance to become fluent that they might not have if you didn't give them this time. And last, and this is a big one, even as young as our first graders, we have to get them assessing themselves and hearing what they do when they read. Sometimes they're spending so much time decoding the words on the page that they don't even know what they sound like. And so sometimes we have to tape them. We have to, and boy, that shows how old I am. We have to record them on our devices. So whether it's a tape player, back in the old days, this is what I used, or on the computer, on an iPad, on an iPod, we want them to be able to read into a recording device and then stop and listen to themselves. And then they can gauge, what are they doing appropriately? Are they reading smooth and fast? Are they reading with phrases? Are they having expression in the story that they're reading? Do they use dialogue for characters? And the more that they can hear themselves, the bigger difference it makes in shaping that fluency. So it's a neat activity to give them those recording devices.